It's the ending of Pantheon, man. How good is that?
That is just.
It's
I don't want to
trippy.
spoil
You
it
gotta
for you,
watch.
Brendan.
No, you gotta watch Brendan. At least watch the last episode if you don't have time.
Oh, the last
What do you watch it on?
I think it's on
I'll send you
Amazon Prime.
It's available on YouTube actually. The whole
Oh, yeah,
the
just-
whole episode. Somebody uploaded it.
Yeah. Let's watch season 2, last episode.
Yeah, if you YouTube search that, it just comes up.
Love it. It's got the Sword Art Online vibes.
This was the thing with Pantheon.
Yeah.
That I know the writers did this to get around the question. So there's this thing where they can scan your brain to upload, but
not as good.
to avoid the question of, you know, there's certain questions around consciousness, like can you create a copy of yourself? If you make a copy of yourself, which one are you? Are you the copy or are you?
Yeah, double stacked.
So they made it so that as they're scanning it, they're killing you. They're just taking away your brain. So they say, hey,
They
we
should have
don't
done
have
the
to.
Neuralink equivalent. Yeah, they should have done the Neuralink. I don't know, because they pretty much incorporated every potential avenue of sci-fi, right? They had like pretty much a convergence of like Interstellar and, you know, Inception. They pretty much had Ready Player One combined with like
VR, yes,
Terminator. It was like all those scenarios played out, right?
I've heard some good things about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you got to watch it. Look, the one thing that they touch on it, but they don't answer it. It's like you died back then, but then are you still alive? Are you still going to be alive? And that is like, we don't know. Like for example,
human,
if you have this is a simple mind experiment. Like, you are you. Let's say there's a rule. You are you, and it doesn't matter about anything else in the universe, correct? You are you, doesn't matter how the arrangement of atoms are in the rest of the universe, right? You are you.
Yeah.
So if you make a copy of you, based on that first assertion, you're not the other copy.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's not the same continuation of
Not so
sort of consciousness. Yeah.
What actually makes experience this one?
Yeah, it's this
So
set
it's
of
like,
it's like lineage, right? It's like data
remote
lineage.
desktop. Which one are you connected to? And you're going to end the session and move to the other
But
one.
that's the thing. It's not remote desktop for us. We're actually just like got one local hardware, and if we're missing the lineage, it means we have a breakage around that continuity. So
Is that
it's
what
no
you
longer
think?
like if you're the OG hardware, you're just this 4090.
Yeah.
And you got this other 4090 over here, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, sure, you can do the same computation, but that's still original lineage has happened on this particular process.
But it doesn't matter.
For you, but for you as this particular 4090.
That's the problem. Yes.
Right?
For everyone else, it won't you won't notice anything different. But for you die.
Yeah. If you have
you
that
wouldn't know
lineage
that.
of the memory, if you have the lineage of this particular memory, you wouldn't know that as the copy because you would have the same memory. But for this particular lineage of this memory, this chip, right? Assuming all that context is included, so just think about all our experiences, all included.
Well, if you took someone to sleep, made them sleep, and then you copied their brain when they're asleep,
you wouldn't be able to tell.
And they both woke up, then they're both you.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
But they're also both not you.
You don't want to be that original, right? That gets cut off.
Remember that first rule. It doesn't matter what another configuration of atoms is. You are still you.
Everything else. You still
you are still you, but the copy of you is still
someone
you.
else. Just like you are someone else.
No, it's still
Brendan,
you.
so right there, just remember, just forget about everything else.
Yeah.
Remember your particular lineage of atoms and chemistry happening. Right?
But then what about the ship of Theseus issue? Because our atoms are replaced.
What you need.
Yeah.
So if you add additional neurons into the cloud, right, and you're still conscious and you're adding to it as opposed to like ceasing the lineage, so you're expanding, right, and then you're still awake while all this happens. You're just getting more compute.
What I'm trying to say is, if someone takes a copy of you,
it's a different.
As far as the copy is concerned, it's still you.
Yeah, but we're not.
As far as you're concerned, they're a copy.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we're not talking about everything else, it's just particular the OG.
Yeah. There's one thing. What's his name? Roger Penrose said, and I think that's very. It's something to think about. He said that consciousness is not computation. So Doesn't matter if something else is computing. Like the observer theory. So it's like we apparently developed an observer so that because we were monkeys and apes running around in a socializing setting, we had to simulate the mind of someone else to go, what would that person do, and blah, 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 so that they don't clobber us or whatever. So, and when the observer turns and looks at us, we get this ridiculous caricature of a person, so this observer is not even part of the tangible, whatever. It's just like something that we've made up. So the question is, if you build another being, right? It's like watching a soccer game in an arena. You can rebuild the soccer game and make the soccer game with the players, and they're playing the soccer game and everything's running, everything's computing. But that observer in the grandstand, you got to get that observer to walk over to the other arena.
Yeah, Wolfram already solved this, though, the observer theory. He's already solved it with the whole Rulliad approach. Yeah.
But I don't think it makes any difference.
Penrose is out of date now. Like, there's already sort of a proof on the computation.
Brendan said, what did you say, Brendan? Sorry?
I don't think it makes any difference.
It doesn't make any difference to anyone else.
No, it doesn't make a difference to anybody.
It doesn't make a difference for anyone else but the OG, right?
But you.
No, I don't think the original makes any difference at all.
No, but
the original is no longer around. It's like,
like you.
The original's dead.
Yeah, you are experiencing today. When you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, you're still looking out of those eyeballs, right?
Sure.
But when you make a copy of yourself, that copy will continue on, and we'll talk to them. That person is Brendan, but you won't see out of the eyeballs of that thing.
No,
You'll be like
not.
the other 8 billion people in the world you're not seeing out of the eyeballs of.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, as far as the copy's concerned, they are you.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have any knowledge that this happened, they would think they were you.
Yeah.
And you'd think the other one was the copy.
We don't care about the copy.
Because
we're the OGs.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if you're OG or not. That's my point. It doesn't matter, right?
It matters if you are the OG, though.
And only if you're aware of that you got copied.
No,
right? If you're aware you got copied.
Remember because it ceases for you anyway.
Remember the first rule assertion. Doesn't matter what another configuration in the universe is. But this is the thing about. That's why I mentioned this. If the universe is indeed infinite, apparently it could possibly be infinite, then that would mean that this configuration, your configuration, Peter's configuration, will eventually reoccur. Because it happened once, it will eventually happen again. It'll happen an infinite number of times. So it's like, if the universe is indeed infinite, it means that you would potentially be living over and over and over and over again anyway. So, but the distance between them would be astronomical. Not that you'd care, because you wouldn't be alive to know the difference. You'll just die and then wake up and, Google Plex later, and
it's all simulation anyway.
Yeah. Well, that was good.
Well, it's good timing, because the Neuralink stuff they just did the human trials, right? And you saw the guy playing chess in Civilization 6, like with his mind. It's literally a wizard.
I couldn't believe how smooth the mouse movement was. That was amazing.
He was doing it while he was talking, so he was able to multitask, and he won a chess game while he did that whole interview.
And then you can put that person in an exoskeleton, and with enough
control an Optimus.
Yeah, basically. Control an Optimus, and he's back in the world.
That's it. So they're going to solve the next one's a blind sight is the next product. So they already got monkeys who are blind, able to use this to see basic sort of Nintendo level quality. Wow. OG Nintendo. Jeepers. And they're going to test
concept of surrogate, though.
Surrogate.
Yeah. Surrogate. Then you got Matrix, and then you got.
So if you give that guy access to more memory, right? So if he's got a Kubernetes cluster that he can spin up and just get more memory.
So half of you is in the cloud anyway.
Right. So he can recall not just from this brain, but the extra VMs that he spun up.
What if he, as the original first human with Neuralink, becomes the ghost in the machine, of future AI or AGI.
Meta-human.
Mate, the cloud's going to be full of these, man. That's why they call them cloud intelligences, right, Roy, in the Pantheon? Or uploaded intelligence. Those are the UIs.
UIs.
But if you're born in the cloud, you're cloud intelligence.
I keep thinking like UIs in the way we use UI, like interface design.
Yeah, they call it uploaded intelligence. Yeah. But if you had, there was a new product that came out where you can automatically merge models to make better models. So there's a solution that takes, one open source, if Llama 3 comes out, it'll merge it with a mixtural model and it'll give birth to a new model. So that could be the cloud intelligences, these AI agents that are actually born AGIs through mixing of different models to create new models. And they'd be the sort of new forms of intelligence that are cloud-born, cloud-native.
See, Ray Kurzweil was right. This stuff's just getting so fast.
Yeah, man. At least we have practical examples of playing this stuff out. We don't have to go back to ship theories or NVIDIA 4090 freaking analogies. We actually have a human being with connection to the cloud that we can actually go, okay, what does this feel like? What does it feels like to extend your mind and increase the number of compute that you have access to? Wow. And if we create a copy of him, yeah, sure, that'd be all good. But for him, that's still connected. Is what the hell? I'm still here. Don't kill me.
Yeah, that is a big question.